Whoopsie. What you doing, girl? Meow. This pretty girl came from a town 20 miles north of the town I live in. I live in Washington, North Carolina. And Miss Freya here, the feistiest petite little street cat I ever knew, came up to me hungry when I was working on a house, getting it ready for some new tenants, doing some electrical upgrades. And she was hungry, and good thing I had a couple cans of moist food in my truck. Come to find out, she was abandoned by the people that had moved from that very house. So she's been with me ever since. Tonight, we're going to do just a quickie marker, straighten marker. I might bust out the ink if I have any. I'm going to do an homage recreation of the cover of The Flash, number 123. It's one of those covers that everybody talks about because it kind of joined the golden age era of comic books to the silver age era by introducing the original Flash, the one with the helmet that resembled the helmet of Mercury's, little wings on the metal helmet. Flash with the Silver Age Flash, who was Barry Allen. But anyway, the cover shows both Flashes racing to save a construction worker who's about to get pummeled, like absolutely destroyed by a falling steel beam. And of course, Flash covers are always like that 1 microsecond frozen in time before a rescue occurs, you know. Anyway, I'm going to do my Clown Rebellion parody, which will be the drunken clowns who are members of the Moonshiners, all 3 of them. I'm going to go straight in ink, but I do have an idea on doing a better, more thought out version in pencil that'll be kind of professional quality, but right now I'm just going to wing it just for shizzles. So we're going to have jugs in the foreground. You know, I first started kind of doodling as a kid in the margins of my homework assignments and my in-class assignments. This is kind of where I got my start. So I learned how to wing it there because a lot of times all I had was a ballpoint pencil or a ballpoint pencil. Yep. Now I'm just making shit up. All I had was a ballpoint pen, and It was good practice, though, for how to kind of work on the fly, I guess. This character, Jugs, kind of looks like, I mean, he's actually based loosely on a guy that I actually knew for years on an island where I used to live. But he also kind of resembles Jerry Garcia in a way. I think more people should just kind of draw on the fly, though, even though it often turns out really bad. And, you know, you get your hands reversed. I think I got my hand reversed here. But the point is to not take it so seriously that you can't leave yourself that wiggle room. You gonna come see me, Freya? It's always a good thing if you can make yourself laugh. Because, I mean, look, if nobody else is entertained but the artists themselves, then it hasn't been for naught, right? I reversed the angle of this particular character in the original Flash 123 cover. It's actually the guy's, we see his back is to us, you know. Hey, Freya, come and see me, girl. Well, look who it is coming to see me. What are you up to? You gonna help me out? Well, come on, help me out. Did you smell? Freya, come here, girl. Oh, there she goes. She said it was just a short little visit. So that's the main central dude. I don't know if you've ever, whoever you are, I don't know if you've ever seen the glazing of antique stoneware jugs, but it's really cool. And I kind of have a little shorthand technique for how I render it in ink, but I think colors will add a lot more. You know, if I can ever learn how to color, colors would certainly. Yeah, I love Men with Hairy Knuckles. It's just one of my personal. I wouldn't put it on my tombstone. He loved Men with Hairy Knuckles, but you know, close friends and family would know that was one of my things. Men with hairy knuckles, men with hairy bellies. Which is funny since I'm not gay, but I think we're all just a little bit gay. Not flaming. So this character Jugs is actually the heaviest drinker among the moonshiner class of clown. And then instead of a wall, so in the actual original Flash cover, there's like a wall. But I'm going to change that to a stack of barrels. Come on, Freya. Come on, see me. I hear you scratching. Last night, Freya and I were laying here in bed in the attic studio when we heard what could only be described as a scratching sound coming from inside my little closet area here. And I said, uh-oh. Because I knew that sound meant what you doing? That there was a mouse or mice. And I'd heard them before, but I was kind of in denial about it because there are multiple cats in this household. But wintertime, cats find a way into the cats. Mice and rats can find a way into your attic spaces. And so that's what happened. And so I set a couple traps, and I don't like killing other life forms that are just trying to exist in this universe. However, as an electrician, I'm acutely aware of mice and rats' penchant for chewing on wire. And yes, they will burn your house down. So I said, okay, let's at least confirm if there are in fact mice or if it was just us imagining. Nope, they were real because I set 2 traps and something happened that I've never seen before. I had 1 mouse trap, not a rat trap, just a small little mouse trap. 1 mouse trap killed 2 mice. Blam, with 1 snap. They were like sharing a meal. I put peanut butter as the bait, and they love that. So now I'm thinking maybe what I ought to do is get like a pickle jar, like a big pickle jar, and bait that and create almost like a crab trap. The idea being that I could trap the mice or mouse and then set it free, you know. But like, where do you set it free? You know, where do I just let it go in the backyard and then it wanders over next door and chews on wire next door and burns the neighbor's house down? I mean, that doesn't sound too ethical either. So I got to put some thought into this. All right, so that's Jugs kind of just dumping moonshine out so his mouth can, and now I've got to like try to squeeze, because I always have this problem, right? This is like the problem that I always have, is one thing I do like about Sour Mash is one of the members of the Moonshiners. He's a pretty fun character to draw. Foreshortening was one of them things that they really explored in the world of comic books. So we can explore it too. Sour Mash has these funny little, they're like moccasin boots. I guess that's the only way to describe them, really. Where's that girl Freya? Come on, Freya. The benefit of color in comic books is it can separate layers. You know, I guess the tricky part is as a penciler and inker, you've got to communicate with your colorists so they know, you know, what needs to be separated. A lot of times I'm watching Svengoolie on a Saturday night, but tonight it was Dracula, the original 1931 version, which to me is very dated and very boring and not scary at all. I think as a kid I might have been scared when that big bat came flying out. But that was about it, and that was a long time ago. I didn't like the Francis Ford Coppola version either with Gary Oldman. I thought that was cheeseball. I saw that on the big screen, actually, in Boulder, Colorado. Whew, long time ago. 1993, 1992. Yep, 1992. All right, so now the last character has got to be Ginny. Ginny is another moonshiner who ironically is a nurse. So she's not the best representation of a person who should Hey, Freya, I hear you. Come on, see me, girl. Well, again, when you're trying to wing it, Really screwed this part up. Oh well. There's always that one, you know, area that I lose focus or something. This is why we need to pencil things, people. Don't do as I do. Don't do as I do or say. Don't. So the character Ginny also, I gave her an ankh, you know, like she's into Egyptian. Big sneeze, Freya. I hear you sneezing down there. I gave her an ankh, which I thought was kind of funny because she's wearing a Red Cross outfit. You know, that's her normal outfit. All the Clown Rebellion characters basically are stuck kind of wearing whatever it was they were wearing when the ships sank. The basic plot of the Clown Rebellion is a circus ship on its way to entertain the troops is blown off course, a la our Castaways from a very popular, mucho syndicated sitcom. Blown off course. And ends up colliding during a typhoon or a really bad storm in the Pacific. Ends up colliding with a top secret hybrid U-boat. And these things really existed. Hybrid U-boats were never mass produced. There were only a few prototypes. Their design was pretty unbelievable. Like, whoever created or designed hybrid U-boats was a total engineering genius. Notwithstanding the fact that they were Nazis. I like having fun lettering characters' names, sort of like in different fonts. Where's that girl Freya? So the actual cover to the Flash 123 is right here. Yeah. Look familiar, anybody? Yeah, it's been copied or homaged previously by other artists in the modern bronze and present era of comic books, but I love the simplistic designs back then. Really tight, clean line work. And so, you know, I'm just messing around doing a really quick cartoon doodle. But I did decide to do a time lapse of it anyway. Using the iPad up here and experimenting with the new solar panel setup. So the solar inverter, only 67 watts. That powers the computer, the speakers, which if I want to get a little hog wild with some live music, public domain, and the lights, everything here is all solar powered. So, you know, if there's a power outage or something, I can still sit up here and doodle to my heart's content. Right, Freya? What you doing, girl? I see you over there. Come on over. Who's gonna see this pretty girl? I'm coming to see you. Coming to see you, Freya. Coming to see you. Can I get a kiss? Hey, can I get a kiss? Oh, can I get a kiss? Can I get a kiss? Good girl. Oh, she disappeared. There she goes. She's like a little mouse. She loves it up here. I got a little scratching thing for her. Freya, coming to get you. She likes to play. She likes to play hide and seek. Where are you? Oh, nope, she's not there. But if I, oh, there she is. You little sneak attacker. So if I want to get some more solar going, plug these rope lights in. Now let's check and see what we're drawing. Okay, so that added considerably. So now we're doing 137 watts. And before it was fluctuating like 65, 60, 69, 71, somewhere in there. But yeah, we can draw all night long, listen to music, and have a good old time hanging out with our kitty cats. Right, girl? All right, I'm going to end this little live stream so we can watch some Olympics and see who's winning and losing. Not that it matters. Everybody that has those amazing abilities, they all, you know, I tend to think of them as gods almost because I can't do half the things they do. I can barely cross the street without tripping over myself. But anyway, so the Flash of Two Worlds turns into the Drunk of Three Bars. And we got Jugs, Sour Mash, and Ginny. Ginny and Sour Mash are rushing. They're actually rushing not to save him, they're rushing to join him. But instead of a wall like the Flash cover, we've got 3 barrels stacked up. And I reversed the primary character. Instead of seeing the back, we're looking at the front of Jugs. But not god-awful for a straightened marker without putting down a single pencil line. So anyway, good, clean fun. Nobody got hurt. And how do I stop this stream? Oh, look, there's actually people commenting. Hey, what up, bubs? Sweet. I'll have to go through afterwards and respond. I didn't realize that there was any audience at all.